Welcome, California Cutie, a safe space where you can chit-chat about trending topics while spreading love and positive vibes. This page promotes mature conversations where you can agree to disagree. Well, how about that? Because it's all love. So go on and press that like button to receive notifications about upcoming interviews and exciting content. Subscribe now. Subscribe now.
Hey cuties, how y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? I am doing well. I am excellent. I'm so excited that you guys are joining me today for this season 10 Married to Medicine, episode 3, the Pamper Party Crasher. And yeah, y'all, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It was a lot to see. I got some pictures for you guys, but let's take care of the business. Make sure you have liked this video. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell and make sure that you hit all so that you can see when I go live. Okay. So, because we are on our way to 500 subscribers and I'm trying to get my watch hours up. So California Cutie's channel can be monetized, y'all. Help a sister out. And when you hit the like button, it gets me in the algorithms and it puts me in, people in places that I haven't been before. So that's the other way to support the channel. Actually, the best way, the easiest way. And yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. So yes, like I said, we are going to get into some things today concerning, Letitia's bachelorette party, concerning Dr. G's bachelor party, the good stuff, the good. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna jump right into it. Let me get my pictures up, y'all. Let me get my pictures up. Let me make sure we are sharing screens and all that good stuff. Hold on a sec, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so probably not gonna let me do it like this. Hold on, y'all. All right. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. All right, y'all. Let's get right into it. So, Simone heads over to Jackie's practice for some lunch. They discuss how Dr. Jackie seen a patient that thought she had a yeast infection. Women get that from time to time. It could be a chemical, and not chemical, but yeah, an imbalancement with your stuff, the underwear. It could be a host of things. Yeast infections are, common in women. And so this patient of hers thought it was a yeast infection and she tried to treat it, but it wouldn't go away. So she is telling Dr. Simone this, right? And this is Dr. Simone's this is Dr. Simone's face. And so like I said, it wouldn't go away. So Dr. Jackie says that when her career gets a little awkward. She told the lady, unfortunately, she has a sexually transmitted disease. She asked her, have you been, have you did anything with anybody else? And of course, the patient was like, I only slept with one person. So Dr. Jackie says, worst case scenario is when she knows the husband, right? Meaning, if she knows the husband, now you got this STD and here you go, talking to your doctor about it in confidentiality, but you have to tell your partner because you don't want the man to start burning or anything. So, yeah. So Dr. Jackie said, yeah, she don't do jail ministry. So, don't go home and get in jail, get put in jail. So that's her right saying, yeah, I don't do the jail ministry. Not I, said the cat. So Jackie brings up Sweet Tea, who Dr. Simone says she's struggling. So Jackie said Sweet Tea is more like NutraSweet. Now, so Dr. Simone and, they had a little laugh, but Dr. Simone was like saying Letitia's overwhelmed because she's trying to cater to all Greg's needs. And Dr. Jackie give us the side eye like, girl, that ain't it. That's when Dr. Simone tells Dr. Jackie that Letitia reached out to her about getting an assistant. That way she doesn't have to get dragged away from the house. And then Dr. Simone also was telling her how she could get groceries delivered to her, so that since Letitia works from home, that's one less thing she has to do. And trust me, in Georgia, the grocery store ain't around the corner, y'all. You see them trees behind them? That's all it is. It's trees and road, trees and road, trees and road. And I still want to know who planted all those doggone trees and how they're all the same size. Okay, I want to just know. And anywho, so she was saying, she'll get the groceries delivered to her, so she can cook and don't have to leave the house because Gregory, is expecting dinner when he comes home. And then that's when they, kind of start talking about the newer generation, how they're entitled. And then Dr. Jackie's like, yeah, more like spoiled. And that's when Dr. Jackie says, maybe you can give her a life coach for a month as a gift. Dr. Simone says she ain't got time right now for that. Meaning, because she's planning her wedding. So, that was that scene, y'all. Don't forget to comment below. That's another thing that gets me in the algorithms as well, because this is a premiere. It's not a live show. And with the pre-recordings, if you're watching, please comment. And if playback game, you watching it later, please put a comment, drop a comment in the comment section below. I like that. I like that. So, oh man. I don't know how I got this picture here, but don't have no info about it. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see. Okay, I'm pretty much want to wing it right here, I guess, because I wrote something else in place of right here, so I don't know how I missed this part. Let me make sure. Like the video, you guys, please, please, please. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write nothing for this scene right here. But what happened was, what I do know to be true is that Dr. Heavenly was basically asking Letitia, she was asking her, how she's doing and stuff. And Letitia confides, or, just pretty much tell her that she's stressed out and, she's seeing some things in Dr. G that pretty much Quad has said. And the only reason why I think she brought up Quad, or the reason why she did bring up Quad, is because Dr. G has thrown it in her face when talking to her. So, which is odd. Like, how you going to throw up your ex-wife about whatever issue you guys are talking about? Like, don't do that. That's immature. I don't like it. And so, Letitia said, yeah, she sees some controlling ways about him. And so, like I said, she doesn't like it. She's I'm sure she's feeling a bit suffocated. That will be the best word I could use for that. I'm sure she's feeling suffocated and don't really know who to turn to or talk to because she's all the way in Georgia. But I'm sure her sister and her real friends probably know what's going on. But Dr. Heavenly was asking her straight up, like, is he controlling? Is it, and she basically said, yeah, he is. And so for me, red flags, red flags, they flaming, okay? Flame on, red flag. So yeah, let me bring these pictures back up because hold on, y'all. So they were sitting down and having a nice little conversation. Dr. Heavenly, like I said, was getting down to the nit and the grit of what was going on. So we get to the next scene. Dr. Okay. So Dr. Simone and her family have a dinner, and it was good to see her son Michael, who was 20, and Miles, who was 24. Miles is funny because he looks so much like his dad, and Michael looks so much like Dr. Jackie. Is cute. So anyway, they discuss how who had the best spring break, best time on their spring break. They went to Mexico. And that's when we find out Michael, he was like, I was so scared of the cartel, I really didn't leave. Dr. Jackie, like, boy, I got your whole itinerary right. Yeah. So, she was tracking him, which I would have did too. A lot of things happen in Mexico that, we can't explain. And ain't nobody got time for that. So Dr. Jackie said, I was tracking you. Michael says he was so scared of the cartel, he didn't leave the room with a big old smile on his face. Dr. Simone says she don't want to pull up how many times she tracked him in Cabo. Michael said he was Ubering people into the resort and Ubering them out of the resort because he wasn't going to leave the resort. So, and Michael, he didn't say much, but I think they were together. So with that being said, they had a great time. Let me see the pictures, the next pictures, just to make sure. Okay. Yeah. Cause this picture right here is going to be worth 1,000 words. So anyway, we find out Michael is at Holmes Community College playing basketball. He's getting credits there so he can transfer to get his master's degree. And Cecil said he also wanted to go to law school, which is pretty dang on cool if he follows through with that. He does remind me of somebody very ambitious. Not only does he look like Jackie, but I think he has ambition like, I'm sorry, not like Jackie, but like the Dr. Simone. I think he has ambition like his mom. So anyway, on the other hand, Miles, he's been all over the map. He came back. No, he started at Howard, then he came back and went to Georgia State, took a year off, went back to Georgia State. He's in film. He's a film major, but he still lives with his parents. And they discussed that he's like going on his 5th year. Bro, man, from the 5th floor. That's him. So I think he also, who looks like his dad, kind of got his dad's nonchalant kind of attitude. And, Cecil is not real stern with his sons. So for me, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, things that make you go, So anyway, let me get my notes back up. Sorry, did some when I changed the screen. So anyway, the boys say the boys and their dad. Jackie said that. Dr. Simone said that the boys and their dad is driving her crazy because Miles is literally crawling through college. Michael is not studying as hard as he should be studying, even though he said he didn't study the last test, but he got a B on it. But, that B could have been an A. So he said, he said how he gets thrown into this. Dr. Simone, I don't know why I wrote that, y'all. Dr. Simone said, because you're, Cecil, this is what I put. I'm sorry, I went up too far. So Michael is not studying as hard as he should be studying. And Cecil is Ceciling. This is the look of Cecil Ceciling. He said, how did he get thrown into this? Dr. Simone said, because you understand them and she don't. So that is Simone asking Michael if he was coming back to live with them. This is the look right here. Let me get to this picture. This is the look right here. Excuse me. So yeah, Dr. Simone asked Michael if he was going to come back and live with them after school. He said that was the plan, unless you want to get him an apartment. This is the look that they gave him. Look at Cecil's look and look at Dr. Simone's look. Two totally different people looking at two different things from two different perspectives, all in their eyeballs. And so you want to get him an apartment. In this moment, that's where when Simone says they are coddling their sons. Cecil thing is that they had way more things that their parents had. So they have those means. Simone jumps in and said that should waste. I think she said that was a waste. That means to waste as many means as possible. But on a serious tip, Michael says he will be coming back to Georgia State where Miles go to school. So they were trying to figure out if they could get an investment property for the boys, I guess, to stay in. But Cecil says him and his wife got to be on the same team. Simone says we never on the same team. We are not on the same page. And that is that's kind of their dilemma. Like I said, looking in their face, you can tell. And so Cecil, has his own way of dealing with things, and Dr. Simone has her own way of dealing with things. So Dr. Simone feels like Cecil allows the kids to just keep coming back and asking for money like they're an ATM. Dr. Simone said these boys are entitled, and Michael puts his hand out to shake his mama hand to tell her, thank you for making me entitled. I'm like, oh my God, poor little boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere. So we head over to Dr. Heavenly's house, where her and Alora are going to make spaghetti. And, Alora, Dr. Heavenly always want to tell her kid, especially her daughter, what to do to keep a man. And so, she's like, yeah, Laura, you have to cook for your man and know how to cook. And so she was like, come help me. And so Alora, she's about to come help her mom with spaghetti. Alora, she was like, she also tells her there's something special she needs to put in the spaghetti. Alora is like, oh, what is it? Tell her. And so she tells her, I'll tell you later. And we all heard the old wives' tale. If you haven't heard it, I don't know if I should really say. But something to do with something that comes out of women, and something that you should put in the spaghetti will make your man stay. That's what I'll say. Anyway, excuse me, Dr. Damon ends up coming in, and him and Dr. Heavenly discussed with Alora how it was the first year that they were in college. Dr. Damon said studying was fun for him. Dr. Heavenly said she was drinking and partying and had a boyfriend, and she got this look on her face like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be telling her all of this. Maybe I shouldn't be telling her all this. And so and then so they show a picture of Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. There's Dr. Laura. And they show them in 1997. Super cute picture of this. I just love it so much. I love old pictures, y'all. Anyway, they showed an old picture of Dr. Heavenly, and then so Dr. Heavenly wants Allura to consider Spelman, right? She wants her to consider Spelman so she can stay in Georgia and help run the beauty supply Dr. Heavenly owns, and she can still get her degree. Dr. Damon said he went to college 8 hours away from where he lived. He doesn't want her to go too far if she chooses to go away to college out of state. I think, well, he says this, and I think that he just wanted to be able to drive to her and not necessarily have to fly to her. Allura says she's confused why they are against her leaving for college when they both attended schools away. Dr. Damon explains to her that when the sons went away to college, he knew that they could protect themselves. But with his baby girl, Allura, the baby, the youngest, he wants to be able to jump in the car within hours if she needs, her dad at any given moment. And I'm always here for the daddy to be right where he need to be. Okay. So yeah, and like I said, Allura, I don't think that she is gonna change her mind. I think they're kind of running her off. I don't mean to say it like that, you guys. Hopefully she stays in it to win it, but not knowing. So the next scene, y'all, need y'all to be liking the video. Like that video, please. Anyway, the next scene is Eugene taking his sons shopping for some shoes. Toya sent them, out to have son and father's time. So let me grab some water, you guys. So yeah, they go to a shoe boutique. Excuse me. So they go to the shoe boutique, and of course it's called Social Status. You guys can see. And the boys, they walk in, they like, okay, this is a nice little spot, real quick. Let me go back to that. And so that's when Eugene asked his sons, like, what's going on? What's the gossip? Ashton, who is 13, was like, don't ever say that again. I said, if he ain't Toya, he said, don't you ever say that again. He's like, I'm just trying to, make meaningful conversations, with them, and that's when we find out Dr. Eugene, dad, here. Sorry, his face is kind of covered at the bottom, but Dr. Eugene, dad, was a lieutenant in a maximum security prison outside of Washington, D.C., and he worked mostly nights, and he was no nonsense, as we clearly can understand. But Dr. Eugene says, he remembers his dad, doing things with them, taking them to museums and movies, during the summertime. And, he wants to do the same for his son. So, like I said, I'm always here for dad, son and dad time, especially at the time that, it's a little crucial right now because they're 13 and the little brother is looking up at the big brother who is 11. That your biggest hero right there is your big bro. So, I'm always here for that. So anyway, child. So Eugene, let me pull a picture up. It's kind of self-explanatory. So Eugene goes over to tell Avery that his lips is dry. And this man walks over to his 11-year-old son, sticks his thumb in his mouth, licks his tongue. Okay. Licked his tongue and proceeded to touch Avery's mouth with his spit. Eugene. Come here, Eugene. Come here. Don't you ever do that again. You hear me? Don't you ever do that again. Especially on TV. You do that. And here go his son, like mortified. Like, this man licked it. Okay, first of all, if his lips are dry, why would you put your nasty spit on it? Why wouldn't you just tell him to lick his lips and then wipe it off? It don't even make sense to me. I'm just so irritated by that whole scene right there. Oh gosh, I'm like, it's just never like that spitty. That stuff you do with a newborn. You don't really want to do it with a newborn. Like, I don't know, babies that's in 8 months. I don't know. Just don't do that. So Eugene tells the boys that, you know, he wants to hang out with them more because when they were younger, they hung out more with their mom and did stuff with her. Avery asked him, so you want to spend more time with us because you're lonely? Catch that tea. Dr. Eugene's like, no. I'm reading between the lines, y'all. That's what I'm doing. He tells him there's just certain things that sons can talk about with their dad that they can't talk about with their mom. And so they go back to last week. Of course, I told you guys they had their, you know, sex education talk with their boys. He tells them that the talk went good, but is there anything that they want to ask him that they didn't ask him? You know, that they didn't ask or they felt uncomfortable asking in front of the mom. The boys was thinking about it. And then baby boy Avery says, what's a period? The baby said, what's a period? And this is when we get this look, because Eugene says, huh? He was like, boy, that was something you were supposed to ask with your mama. So Dr. Eugene gives him the most scientific answer about the lining of the uterus shedding. And if she's not pregnant, you know, it's going to shed. So that's when, you know, you get that time of the month where you get the what? Every month. And so, of course, the boys think it's disgusting. That's when Eugene said, is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know why, but just think it was disgusting. You just said it is what it is. Avery asks, so what do the tampons do? And Eugene had this same look. See, because he did this twice, but this is the one when he asked, what was the tampon? What did the tampons do? He said they soak up the blood. And so that's when Eugene said he's glad that they asked him about it because he can explain it probably better than Toya would have. Yeah, she probably would have been a little bit more verbal. I don't know. A little bit more just scared him off. So now we head over to Dr. Simone's house where her and Cecil are discussing the bachelor party for Dr. G. Cecil says the party will start at the house first, and then they will get on a party bus, you know, and Dr. Jackie said, you know, so where the party bus going? Where's the party bus taking you guys? he said it was probably going to take them to go do yoga. And we all know that that's a lie. But Cecil was, a little nervous because the last time they all went to the strip club 3 years ago, Dr. Damon almost got in trouble. Let me see if I put the picture up. Dr. Damon almost got in trouble. This is Cecil with the we going to go play yoga. Boy, shut up. And so this is Dr. Damon when 3 years ago. So, it's like, 3 years ago, Dr. Damon almost got in trouble because the ladies was sitting on his lap. So it just a touchy subject, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to have fun. Like Cecil says, you only live once. Y'all see it on the screen. You only live once. So we head over. I'll see it. We head over to Letitia's bachelorette party, also known as the Pamper party. Okay. So with the Pamper party, we are going to get the gentleman, the nice gentleman here with the nice hands and the nice everything else. We're going to get the gentleman to give the girls massages, and pamper them like, make them feel like a woman should. You know what I mean? So anyway, the ladies start filing in. They start filing in. Dr. Jackie and first the men filed in first. Let's go with that. Yes, the men was filing in, and they making sure that's Phaedra right there. Making sure they got their instructions on what to do, when to do, and how to do. Okay, babes. And so they make a little kiki about that's a little Damon. Yeah, I said, girl, don't get Dr. Heavenly started. And so, to me, that's a cutie pie right there. All that ink on him, child. If you're going to be caramel colored, and inked up like that, it looks so good. I just want to go look at all the tattoos on him. It looks so dope. And that man got a lot of hair. Anywho, so yes, this is Toya and Phaedra, like I said, giving instructions. Dr. Jackie and Heavenly arrive. Dr. Heavenly says that Toya is, a freaky little bee. She got rose petals. I do have pictures of the rose petals too, but she has the rose petals and the lit candles, not the ones that got the flame, y'all, but the ones that light up. She got the lit candles, and she wanted the ladies to come in lingerie. So that's why Dr. Heavenly called Toya a freaky bee, because I guess she wanted the girls to show up half naked. Anyway, the fellas, they greet the women at the door. They put one in front of the door, and Dr. Jackie, bless her little heart, she come in talking about, with her hand out, and I don't know. That's just such a mature lady thing to do. It's like, girl, just say hey and keep it pushing. You ain't got to touch his hand. Excuse me. So I was just like, girl, what are you doing? What you doing, Dr. Jackie? What you doing? You don't know what to do with yourself. But they come in, they showed up, showed out, and Dr. Heavenly's talking about, oh baby, you too young. I got a baby your age, and Phaedra or Toya, one of them was like, baby, he is 35. I was like, okay, he's 35, girl. He's still a baby, but nice looking baby, but he's a baby. Anyway, there's the candles and the roses. Dr. Heavenly shows up, child. I was like, oh, Dr. Heavenly, with your little pink outfit on and your Burberry Inspector Gadget coat, okay? So Dr. Simone comes in ready to party too. I like her Inspector Gadget coat because I like the way it has those little peekaboos for the vest effect, or a wrap effect. What is that thing called? I'm sorry, y'all. But, like this just sitting on your shoulders. I like the way that looks. It's real cute. Dr. Jackie came in. Cute. Y'all see Dr. Alicia in the back. also coming in with her Inspector Gadget jacket on. Toya ain't playing with him at all. You see, Dr. Jackie and everybody is getting pampered, and y'all see who Dr. Heavily got on her. Lil Damon. Lil Damon. That's what we see. So anyway, the fellas get to pampering the ladies with the massage, and then Toya pulled out the whipped cream. Looks like they had, like they're having fun, which I'm always here for some whipped cream, a little girl fun. I'm always ready for that. Anyway, we head back over to Dr. G's house where the bachelor party, is getting ready to get started. I'm sorry, head over to Dr. G's bachelor party at Cecil's house, where they are pre-gaming, him and Eugene. They're pre-gaming and stuff, getting ready for the fellas to come in. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ain't never, ever seen these boys be so happy and just, they was just too pumped. Every picture I got, y'all gonna see. Every picture I got, they just way too pumped. But anyway, they pre-gaming, and the men all show up ready for the, ready to go. All the men here to go. Look, Eugene, it's too smiley, just way too smiley. Look at him, smiley. Y'all ain't never been that happy. He trying to walk up with his game face. Dr. G, it don't matter. We know you're perv. Again, way too pumped. All these smiles and everybody just all teeth, all smiles, smiling with their eyeballs. Y'all way too pumped. I'm sorry. I know it's the bachelor party, but it's y'all way too pumped. It's just it's giving way too pumped. So anyway, Dr. Eugene says this is going to be a night for the books. They are writing. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I skip over anything? Yeah. So, they talking about this is going to be a night for the books or whatever. And I don't know why I got that picture just yet. But yeah. So Dr. G, when he got in there, this is him doing too much. So I'm sorry, y'all. My notes is kind of in a way. Okay, so here it is. So anyway, they talk about how nice Dr. G's look. He's dressed up and everything. He said, yeah, because he about to be, and he hop. This is him hopping back in the game. Sir, you're not about to be back in no game, sir. You're not going to be back in no game. I don't know what you're talking, but you're not about to be in the game. That's when Eugene reminds him, no, you're absolutely about to be out the game, and now you're about to be in the club. What club? The husband club, okay? They toast to friendship, brotherhood, and then to Dr. G say, and to family, because, that's what he's after. He wants his family. And they toast to the happy couple. They go outside. The party bus pulls up. And like I said, all smiles, y'all. All smiles. They get the party bus pulls up. There's ladies in there waiting on them. There's a blow-up doll in there. And so, yeah, they got these balloons that say, the second time around. That's what it say. And so, yeah, it's going to be a nice little kiki, a nice little party. Like I said, there's the blow-up doll. And so we head back over to Letitia's pamper party. And like I said, the girls are living it up with the pampering. I'm just going to go through the pictures real quick. That's the one I like with the tattoos. And so, yeah, they're all, pampered up. And so finally, Letitia and her twin arrived to the party. Letitia got, she about to get the royal treatment. She's getting picked up, by the guys. Dr. Simone asked if Dr. G is going to be able to do that on their wedding night. Letitia also wondered what the guys are doing. And Toya said what they are doing, Letitia. what they are doing, Letitia says, oh, they're doing what they're doing, the same thing that the girls are doing, basically. But Letitia's like, but Gregory is so conservative. We flash back to the party bus where Dr. G is a lot of things, but conservative is not one of them at this moment, okay? No. So like I said, she is getting the royal treatment, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? Child, I was a little perturbed on this picture because the man started feeling on her, and then I see Dr. Heavenly's hand. So y'all tell me what's going on. Dr. Heavenly, what you doing? Whipped cream, pickup. Yes, Lord. And so back at the Pamper party, someone asked Letitia's friends if they are excited about the wedding. And so the maid of honor and the twin responded, can't wait for it to be over. Dr. Jackie asked if Letitia is bridezilla. She said she had not been, but when she has, it was, a justified moment, a justified bridezilla moment. And so Letitia gets a phone call. This is the maid of honor. And, this is when they was asking her, and they were saying, oh, she was like, girl, I can't wait. Her and Kanisha are sitting next to each other. And so Letitia gets this phone call from Johnny, who is the wedding coordinator. And we all know Johnny. Wedding coordinator. And he gives her some irritating news because they had to switch the venue at the last minute. He said, in order to have the other vendors on board for the extra changes, that they're going to need some extra drapery and extra chairs and stuff. So it's going to cost them roughly between $13,000 to $14,000 more dollars. All the ladies had something to say. Okay, let me just get. She was upset, right? But all the girls had something to say. Toya said in her confessional, they ain't got it. Dr. Simone said, I would have just canceled my wedding on that note and laughed. Dr. Heavenly said, this wedding wasn't supposed to happen. It's a bad omen, y'all. Meanwhile, Letitia is on the phone with Johnny like, I don't know what the F is going to happen, but y'all need to figure it out. She hangs up with Johnny. Her and her twin end up getting into it because Kanisha, trying to find out what's going on. So she went to, grab, I don't know why she went to go grab her sister's phone, but she went to go grab the phone, and Letitia snatched away from her and told her, get off, get off me, don't. And so she said, you don't have to talk to me. Oh no, Toya said, don't be talking to your sister like that. And Kanisha was like, don't be mad at me, because you got a lot of ish going on. I'm just trying to help. And don't play with me. And Letitia said, I'm not playing with you. Letitia has a serious breakdown, y'all. Like, it was so sad. And oh my God, she had a serious breakdown. Her and her sister get into it. Like, so tough. Dr. Jackie is trying to calm Kanisha down. By this time, Letitia had jumped up, y'all. Letitia, like I said, she had a breakdown. She's crying and yelling. Why are you coming for me? And she threw her phone, y'all. She threw the phone on the ground. Kanisha said, you came for me. Phaedra and another friend tried to calm Letitia down. And Letitia is, having a literal breakdown, y'all. Like, check this out. Like, seriously, like, they're trying to calm her all the way down. It was kind of sad. I was like, oh, poor thing. So like I said, she was crying and screaming, trying to, come for her sister. They finally get her in the restroom until she calms down. And that's when Toya comes down and was like, okay, it's an intermission, y'all. So the guys finally arrive at the strip club. Just a little sneak, I don't want to be all on on YouTube with all this, but I want to show y'all a couple of pictures of them. They was on 10 when they got to the club because they, was pre-gaming. The guys are enjoying the view when they walked in. Pointy head, Dr. G had booty on his head. We get flashback of Dr. Jackie in the confessional right here, telling her husband what's the rules at the stripper party is don't touch. And simultaneously, they are showing her husband being entertained by a young lady. Right. Oh, I didn't even take. I thought I had the picture. Okay. Well, he was being entertained by a young lady, where he told that young lady, oh, it's probably right here. He told that young lady that my wife said, I got to come home, have my money. This is him right here. This is Dr. Jackie's husband. And that's what he ended up telling her, right? And so Dr. Jackie said, no touching, because she don't want to have to, she don't want him to have to lose a hand and some feet. But neither of those parts touched him. So I don't know what that means. So, but in the confessional, he says she has nothing to worry about. And this is him saying she has nothing to worry about. You see the look on his face? Worry, Jackie, worry. Okay. So Dr. G is being entertained by a lady named Tequila. He said he likes margaritas. He tells her it's his bachelor party, and that's Tequila right there. And he says, do you want to come to my wedding? Eugene was like, you can't be asking no random women to your wedding, sir. And so Dr. Eugene in the confessional with his wife says, this ain't no 90s movie. This ain't Best Man. You know what I mean? You can't be having no stripper at your wedding. What Dr. G thought this was going to be his plus one at his wedding. That's because the fool ain't helping, doing no planning. So he doesn't know what's going on at the wedding. How is the wedding going to look? All he knows is that he paid and he needs to show up. And I guess he wants to show up with a plus one. He's so weird. He is so weird. So anyway, Eugene shakes his head. No, Dr. G. This fool, Dr. G, shows his true colors, and this fool tells Dr. Eugene, I can invite whoever I want to my wedding. Dr. Eugene is like, no, you cannot. All the guys are shaking their head. He's like, oh no, you can't. So then that's when Dr. G said, oh, I want to get Dr. Damon in trouble. And so he goes and takes his stinking butt up there and starts doing this with his leg up with Tequila. We get back over to the ladies, and the twins, they make up. She just, Letitia says she was under pressure. She didn't mean to come at her sister like that, but that, ain't nothing she could do. Her sister understood. Tells her. So, and meanwhile, Dr. Heavenly is talking to Dr. Jackie and says to Dr. Simone that we all knew that this breakdown was coming, right? Everybody should have already saw this coming. Dr. Heavenly says she thinks that this marriage and wedding was rushed, and that they probably shouldn't they're not ready to get married. This is when you get the picture of Jasmine, who's the maid of honor. She got this look on her face like, girl, no, you didn't. Dr. Heavily, and so, like I said, she didn't look happy. Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie asked Heavenly why she don't think they're ready to get married. Phaedra asked, what does she know that, nobody else knows? Dr. Heavenly says, because Phaedra said she never told her that she wasn't ready to get married. And so Dr. Heavily shares with them, she told her, that she's not ready to get married. Dr. Heavily says that Letitia told her that Dr. G is very controlling and that he was not supportive. That's when Simone wants to know, did he specifically say that? Did she specifically say that? Dr. Heavenly says when she talked to Letitia, she felt like that the communication wasn't in their relationship, and she feels like they're not ready. And of course, Dr. Heavenly goes above and beyond and say she doesn't want to be the one to tell her, I told you so. Which really comes across, not supportive of the couple. In the confessional, Dr. Heavenly says, no, excuse me. In the confessional, Dr. Simone says, that Heavenly being shady, that ain't nothing new. So Letitia and so the girls come back out, the twins, they ended up coming back out after all of that. That's when I said the maid of honor was like really upset. She didn't look happy at all. Phaedra was trying to figure out what was going on. This is the look of Heavenly trying to figure, try to tell them some things. Phaedra with that face. Like I said, the twins made up. They come back out. The girls are still getting pampered. And then Phaedra gets this text that someone's outside. It is Quad. And I'm talking about dressed down, looking cute, honey. Okay. She comes in with a gift, the record just pretty much scratched from this moment on. That's like that's all I can say. The record pretty much scratched when Miss Quad walked in. I was kind of floored. I don't know how I feel about all of this, but yeah. What's gonna happen here, guys, is that, hold on one second, give me a second. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this. I'm gonna put a button in it right here, right? Put a button in it right here. And I will give you guys the rest of this review of part 2 for this part 1 of the episode 3, because I gotta pause for the calls. So while I'm doing that, please make sure you do this one. Y'all. All right, y'all. So yes, I'm about to give you guys the part 2 because we got a little bit more deeper dive to get into and I'm running out of time. So hopefully you guys join me on this part 2, the next one that I'm gonna bring to you guys, where Miss Quad has walked into the building. Okay. Child. Stay tuned, okay? I also want to just let you guys know or share with you guys that my other podcast will be coming back, Sunday Brunch with Black Tea. That is with my girl Miko and my girl Candace. We do a mixture of things. I will just play a little snippet of our sneak peek and y'all let me know what y'all think.
We gotta go home, but you can stay and party with us. Let's take a shot of control, and then we know we can get enough. You know the feeling is on, and everybody's feeling the buzz. You ain't gotta go home, cause you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party.
I hope y'all like that, because we're about to be back in the building. Please make sure you go subscribe to Sunday Brunch with Black Tea. It's gonna be litty lit, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna be so lit. We have a good time. We've been on hiatus for a little bit, but we are about to be back in the swing of things. I've been holding it down, trying to get, out there so that when we came back, everything will be in place. So yeah, y'all come back. Y'all come rock with me on this part 2. You know what I mean? So we can get it together. I am excited to give it back to y'all. So come back, y'all. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in a hot one, okay?
So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like this your